Good morning, one and all. So today in class 7 science we are going to study with the start with the chapter 8, winds, storms and cyclones. So today we will study, we will just introduce related to what are winds, what are storms and what are the cyclones. So let us move further with today's class. So you can see page number 80 of your textbook, right? The beginning of the chapter. In the beginning, you can see a small article, a small report. Orissa was hit by cyclone with a wind speed of 200 km per hour on 18 October 1999. The cyclone smashed 45,000 houses, making 7 lakh people homeless. On 29 October, the same year, a second cyclone with wind speed of 260 km per hour hit Orissa again. It was accompanied by water waves about 9 meters high. Thousands of people lost their lives. Property worth crores of rupees was destroyed. The cyclone affected agriculture, transport, communication and electricity. You can see they have shown the picture of the cyclone. But what are these cyclones? How are they formed? Why are they so destructive? In this chapter, we shall seek answers to some of these questions. And so we will begin with some activities involving air. These activities will clarify some basic features concerned with a cyclone. So before we start with the chapter, we need to remember what is wind. Wind is the moving air. What is wind? Wind is the moving air. So let us move with activity 8.1, showing an experiment. What is the experiment? The experiment is air exerts pressure. So in this experiment, what you are going to do is, you need to boil water. Take a tin can with a lid. You can see it in the picture. Fill it approximately half with water. Then heat it on the flame till the water boils. Then you close the bottle with the lid on the can. Then what you do is, then you pour fresh cold water over the can. You can see in the picture what happens to the shape of the can. Yes, as you can see in the picture, it gets distorted. Now, what if you cannot get a tin can? Then you can take a soft plastic bottle also. But why this happens? So, this happens because of air, okay, the warm air and the cold air and the pressure that they create. You know, when you fly a kite, the wind, when it blows in the opposite direction, what happens? Similarly, if you are in a boat and the wind is coming from behind you, is it easier to row the boat? You ride the bicycle daily, right? So when you are riding the bicycle and the wind is coming in an opposite direction, what happens? Can you ride the bicycle very fast? So from all this example, what do we understand? We understand that air exerts pressure. Because of this only you can see that the leaves of the trees, the banners of the flags, all these they flutter. So you can see on your screen, after you pour cold water over the bottle will crumble. Right? This happens because of the air pressure. Now, let us move towards the activity 8.2. So, in activity 8.2, we are going to do a small experiment. What you need to do is, you have to crumple a small piece of paper into a ball of small size than the mouth of the empty bottle. Then you have to hold the empty bottle on its side and place the paper ball just inside the mouth of the bottle. Can you see the paper in the picture? Yes, of course, near the mouth of the bottle you can see it. Now what you have to do? You have to try to blow the ball and make it go inside the bottle. Try this activity with bottles of different size. You can use it as a game also. You have to blow wind. Look in the picture, you can see a small piece of paper you have to keep at the mouth of the bottle and you have to blow air into that such that the paper piece it falls inside the bottle. See, you have to blow the wind, blow air in such a way that the paper goes inside. But instead of going inside, you find that it comes outside. It is very difficult that it goes inside the bottle. Now, next activity, activity 8.3, blow the balloons. In this you have to take two balloons of approximately equal size, put a little water into the balloons, blow up both the balloons and tie each one to a string. Hang the balloons 8 to 10 cm apart on a stick and blow in the space between the balloons. You can see the space between the balloons. You have to blow in that space. So what do you find if you blow? So you can see blowing air between the two balloons tied to a rod. This reduces the air pressure between the balloons. Since the pressure at the outer parts are higher than the inside, the balloon will move towards each other. This is because of high pressure region. The region around the balloon is having high pressure and the region between the balloon is having a low pressure. So both the balloons they will move towards each other. Now let us move towards the next activity, activity 8.4. In activity 8.4, you have to hold a strip of paper 20 cm long and 3 cm wide between your thumb and your forefinger. Now you have to blow the paper. What do you think? Will the paper be lifted up or will it bend down? So, instead of lifting up to an extent, the paper is bent down. Why this happens? When we blow air into the mouth of the bottle, as in the previous experiment, the air near the mouth has higher speed. So this decreases the pressure. And the air pressure inside the bottle is higher than near the mouth. The air inside the bottle pushes the ball out. Similarly, in activity 8.3, we tied the balloons. So what happens? We found that the pressure of air between the balloons is reduced and the pressure of air outside the balloon, it was more. And that's why both the balloons come towards each other. But in activity 8.4, when you are blowing over the paper strip, it went upwards. Again, this could happen if blowing over the paper reduced the air pressure above the strip. So, we can understand that the increased wind speed is accompanied by reduced air pressure. So when the air pressure reduces, what happens? The wind speed, it will increase. Okay. So this is what happens. So what happens? The paper will bend instead of, in the beginning it bends. Okay. Then it rises. So that is what is happening. This is how the cyclones are formed. So let us study in our further classes what happens to the air on heating. Then we will come to know about the formation of the cyclone, wind, air, etc. So with this, we are with these activities, that is activity 8.1, 8.2, 8.3 and 8.4, we are concluding today's class. Thank you.